Hello everyone, today there is a new update to Skyblock and it's still going on, so I'm not going to be recording this in Skyblock because I can't make it in. But today there's actually been new content. Unfortunately it's not dungeons, but it's actually preparing for the dungeons update, and it is adding the dungeons hub. So the dungeons update should be out in a few days. In Skyblock time that's probably like 2 weeks, but that's still pretty close. So we're getting somewhere. However, there's a few different things that actually have a huge effect on the game that have been released. One of them is actually the Reforge system that we've been waiting for a while. They actually added that today. They added the Reforge stones, they added the different changes to Reforges. I'm essentially going to be going over what Reforges I think look pretty good, and what they're doing to help people reforge and make builds more diverse. Okay, so first off, they have reduced the price of reforging, and you can reforge your entire talisman bag now, so that people with reforges that worked before can reforge their stuff to the new system pretty easily, and it won't cost them too much, which I like because it wouldn't really make sense to have all the reforges before essentially just be a waste of money. So now the list of Reforge changes. There's a whole bunch of different, pretty much every Reforge in the game got changed. They fixed attack speed, so now it actually allows you to attack the same monster faster. So as before, if you could attack every monster once every 0.4 seconds, if you reach 100 attack speed, you'll now be able to attack it every 0.2 seconds. And it's essentially allowing you to attack the same thing much faster, and it wasn't allowing you to do that before, so they fixed it. And right now there's only 2 talisman reforges that allow you to do that, which is pretty and itchy. So I think that there's a few different, there's not like a single best reforge for talismans as there was before. I'm pretty sure that things like itchy, things like godly, strong, forceful, all those are going to work and be good in their different builds. But I think that the sword, bow, and armor have a more generalized best damage output type reforge. For sword, I think that legendary is probably going to be the best. It gives 32 strength, 18% crit chance, 36% crit power, 35 intelligence, and 16 attack speed. Epic looks like it could be good, but it only gives strength and crit power. So you really, especially on this, since they changed the amount of crit chance that you get from combat levels, you're going to want to have some crit chance and on your sword, bow, and armor. Maybe on your talismans you could throw a few on unpleasant, but essentially you're going to have to build your armor set and stuff around the fact that you'll have less crit chance and not just go specifically for damage output. For bow, I think that Unreal is probably going to be the best new reforge. It has a really good set of stats on it. And for armor, obviously you can do a different reforge for your different build, but since I'm going to go Berserker, I'm probably going to get Fierce on my armor. That looks to be the best for getting the best damage as well as crit chance. So for those reforges, you're definitely going to want to reforge your armor, not just leave it ungodly or strong like it was before, because those probably aren't going to be the best, as they no longer exist for armor and will be taking the talisman reforges, which are worse than the armor and sword and bow reforges now. So next they added a few general changes that most of these I actually really like. They added a gear combat requirement, so someone can't just like buy a bunch of items through IRL trading and instantly become the best player in the game. For instance, superior armor now takes combat level 20. It's not something that's going to be ridiculous to get, but it just lets those people that want to cheat through the game and buy a bunch of different coins and stuff not just instantly be able to get that stuff, and they actually have to grind a little bit. So they also added a damage cap system, which essentially it lets you do more damage than the damage cap, but it's really difficult to. An example of this is the Magma Boss. They added this system to it. Any blow above 2,000 damage on the Magma Boss will deal 2,000 plus 10% of the extra damage that you dealt. So essentially it's going to let the Magma Boss survive a lot longer. However, this is going to nerf a lot of really end-game players to the point where 10% of most of their damage will probably not really, or 90% of their damage probably won't really matter as much. So they also fixed the fairy souls, which I'm really sad about this one. I had 1 fairy soul extra and Time Dio had like 6, so rest in peace, extra health for those people, but it sets everyone in a level playing field, so I guess that's a good change. They also balanced some items, made a few buffs and changes. They changed the aspect to the end so that you can't teleport out of blocks, which is probably pretty good since you don't want to have people glitching out of the dungeons. They also added a dungeon journal system, which will be in the quest menu. I don't really know what that's going to be doing, but it sounds pretty cool. But those are pretty much all the changes that they did. Like I said earlier, they added the Dungeons hub, but the catacombs won't open today. You'll have to wait a few more days for actual dungeons to come out. Anyway, if you enjoyed this or found it helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the summer, and I'll do a 24-hour fishing stream if I do. This is some pretty exciting stuff, since hopefully it'll prepare us for dungeons and let the server be prepared for dungeons to come out. So other than that, hope you guys enjoyed or learned something, and I will see you later. Bye!